It was a game week to forget, with a disappointing score of just 19 points, well below the average, causing my rank to tumble to 863,000. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button for weekly team selection videos throughout the season. Also, don't forget to join my mini-league via the link in the description. Where to even begin? It was a disappointing game week with blanks across all areas of the field. Arsenal's defence has frustrated once again, failing to keep a clean sheet for the third consecutive match, with a red card compounding their troubles. Similarly, Fulham's red card left Anthony Robinson with little chance to make an impact. Trent Alexander-Arnold had a solid defensive performance, but it was the narrowest of margins that kept Nicholas Jackson on side, wiping out Liverpool's clean sheet. To add to the woes, Wout Fash came in for the injured Bukayo Saka, but it didn't make much of a difference in the end. Despite Spurs netting 4 goals, Brennan Johnson was unable to get on the score sheet, missing a big chance. Bryan Mbeumo struggled to make an impact, managing just 1 shot throughout the match, while Emile Smith-Rowe also had a disappointing game week. Up front, Dominic Solanke also struggled, managing just a single shot all game. Meanwhile, Dominic Calvert-Lewin had 2 big chances, but frustratingly missed both. The biggest letdown, however, was my captain, Erling Haaland, who failed to register a single shot and managed only 4 touches in the opposition box. Unfortunately, my bench outscored my starting 11, leaving me with more points on the sidelines than on the pitch. Now let's shift our focus to the transfer plans for Game Week 9. Despite my team's underwhelming performance last week, I've decided against making any transfers this game week, opting to stick with my current squad for now. With that in mind, here's how my team is shaping up for Game Week 9. Matt Sells secured Nottingham Forest's first clean sheet at home this season, extending their total to 3 with only 2 teams managing more. Forest also boasts an impressive defensive record, ranking 3rd for expected goals conceded with 8.8 and allowing just 6 goals, second only to Liverpool. Sells now faces a Leicester side that ranks 18th for expected goals with just 8.3. Despite Arsenal disappointing for 3 consecutive matches, Gabriel remains a consistent set-piece threat, having found the net against Liverpool in last season's reverse fixture. This season, no defender has scored more than his 2 goals. Defensively, Arsenal have only allowed 16 big chances, with just 3 teams conceding fewer. After finally ending their 3-match clean sheet drought, Ola Aina now faces a Leicester side that have scored 7 goals in their last 4 matches, but still ranks 18th for expected goals. On the defensive front, Forest have only conceded 12 big chances, with only Fulham allowing fewer, highlighting their resilience. Despite the setback of a red card in their match against Aston Villa last game week, Fulham's defensive numbers remain strong, with an expected goals conceded figure of 9.8, ranking better than all but 7 teams. They've also conceded just 11 big chances, the fewest in the league. Robinson now faces an Everton side that ranks 17th for expected goals, with a modest 8.7, providing a favourable matchup. If fit, Bukayo Saka could be the difference maker for Arsenal in their upcoming clash against Liverpool. He leads the league with 27 chances created and has set up 12 big chances, more than any other player. His 7 assists also top the charts, making him a key figure in Arsenal's attack this season. Despite Bryan Mbeumo's quiet showing against Manchester United last game week, he remains one of the league's top scorers, trailing only Erling Haaland. Up next, he faces an Ipswich defence that have the league's worst expected goals conceded of 17.4 and have already allowed 16 goals, fewer only than Southampton and Wolves. Despite taking the second most shots in the match against West Ham, with 5 attempts, Brennan Johnson couldn't find the back of the net. However, before that, he had been in incredible form, scoring in 7 consecutive matches across all competitions. Up next, he faces a Crystal Palace side still searching for their first win of the season and vulnerable defensively, having conceded 25 big chances. Only 4 teams have allowed more. After blanking in the first 4 game weeks, Morgan Rogers has hit a strong patch of form since game week 5, delivering returns in 3 of the last 4 matches. In this period, he has recorded 1.9 expected goal involvements, surpassing Ollie Watkins's tally of 1.5 among Aston Villa players. Although Dominic Calvert-Lewin has blanked for the 4th consecutive game, he continues to get opportunities, registering 2 big chances in the last game week, though he was unable to convert. He managed 5 shots. Only 5 players attempted more during the game week. Calvert-Lewin now faces a defensively solid Fulham side that ranks first for big chances conceded. Dominic Solanke has taken only one shot in his last 2 matches, but he still has 3.5 expected goals, with only Johnson having more among Spurs players. Up next, he faces a Crystal Palace side that have conceded 25 big chances and ranks 10th for expected goals conceded. David Raya is on the bench ahead of a tough clash against Liverpool, while Emile Smith-Rowe continues to struggle, having blanked in 3 consecutive matches. Trent Alexander-Arnold is also benched this game week, as Liverpool's matchup against Chelsea suggests fewer opportunities for him going forward. Meanwhile, Wout Fash's Leicester side has been defensively poor, making his inclusion less appealing. Despite enduring 3 blanks in a row, Erling Haaland remains the prime candidate for captaincy this game week as he takes on a Southampton side that have conceded 18 goals this season, the second most in the league. With an expected goals conceded tally of 17.3, only Ipswich have fared worse defensively. The fact that this fixture is at home further enhances Haaland's appeal, as 6 of his 10 goals this season have come in front of his home crowd, indicating his knack for finding the net in familiar surroundings. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more FPL content. Also follow me on X and Instagram, where I will post my final team for Game Week 9 before the deadline.